I screwed up at work today. I'm going to tell you how. Uh, I'm a delivery driver. I deliver things. I drive a van around, and that's my job, right? For the past 2 days, it has been very slow for me as a delivery driver because I've had zero deliveries. Zero. Nothing. There were no deliveries for the past 2 days. Uh, when it is slow as crud, when I have no deliveries, I still try and do things around the store. I sweep. I do the trashes when they need to be, done. I, you know, will put away some boxes of paint if they need to be put away in specific areas. I'll help out if a coworker needs help with a certain order or something like that. Uh, so today was one of those days, zero deliveries. And so I had already swept and I had done the trashes and it was towards the end of the day, right? So I wasn't really going to do much else. My coworker asked if I would help him uh, fill the tent machine. Can't remember if he asked or if he just told me to do it, but regardless, I was willing to help because what else was I, going to do? I wasn't going to do anything, so I was going to help him. I had never done this before. For those of you who don't know, the tent machine, first of all, I don't even know if it's actually called the tent machine, but I'm going to call it that for the sake of this story. The tent machine is a machine that we use to tint paint, as you might imagine. Uh, it's a machine with a nozzle thing, and you put a bucket of paint or a can of paint beneath it, and it will spit out a certain amount of specific colors. And once it's done doing that, you put the lid back on whatever it is you're tinting, and you shake it up in the shakers, in the shake machines. And then it will come out the color that it's supposed to be, hopefully. I mean, assuming you get the color right. But the tint machine only has a certain number of colors, right? Because then you can use those like little those specific colors to make any amount of colors. So it's got like black and white and blue and yellow and a certain type of red and magenta, and for some reason it has like raw umber as a color in there. I have no idea why, but specific types of colors. And we were filling it. We were filling those each of those colors. And my coworker told me uh, that we need to, if it's a new thing, a new jug of coloring, that before we were about, pour in the tint machine, we needed to shake it. Like if it's a new thing, we need to shake it. And so I was like, okay. And I was, because he was up front doing his like stuff over, doing whatever he was doing. I was kind of back here trying to fill these things. So I was filling them one by one, and I got to the green one, and it was a new thing. Cracked it open, started to bloop it into the thing, and I was like, "Oh shoot! I didn't shake it. I didn't shake the thing. Didn't shake the individual little jug." So I was like, "Oh man, I hope I didn't screw it up." So I put the lid on. I put on the little cap thing, and put it in the shaker, and I close it, and I hit the button, and it's shaking, right? Shaking the green, and it's shaken, and then there's a sound that comes from within the shaker. And my coworker's like, he looks over and he's like, oh no, or something like that. Turns it off, turns off the shaker. We open it, and there's just green within the shaker. There's a lot of green in the shaker. And uh, the lid came off. The lid came off of the dang green jug of paint. And the shaker just, it was, the paint was going around inside the shaker because, it was just spraying and it was, oh my goodness. So, this was towards the end of the day, mind you. So, we're sitting here with a shaker that is, a good chunk of it was freshly coated on the inside with green paint. We have four of these little gallon shakers. Three of them had like a white coating, right? Like white paint had, sprayed around at some point in the past, and they were all kind of white. Now, this one was stinking green. Oh, my word. The thing that stinks about working at a paint place is when you screw up, it's visible. Like, you can totally see it. And it tends to stick around. Like, it reminds you. Like, my fingernails. I don't know if you can see that. That's green. That's green paint from me trying to somehow clean up some aspect of my screw up. It was stinking like the inside was obviously a mess. Then the little shield door thing that you pull down, when we pulled it up to look inside, when you pull it down again, there were drips of green paint on the dang shield thing. So you try and wipe that up and you're just spreading it over the thing. So now the shield thing is green. Not totally green, but it's a fair, you can tell. You can tell it's there. It's like dripping onto the floor. It's so not good. It is not good at all. So my coworker shoves rags beneath the shaker and like kind of wedges it, like not on the floor, but kind of right beneath the thing. Like there's a lot of rags he was shoving in there just to keep it from like dripping. And then, I mean, we kind of realized we're like, there's not much we can do here. I mean, we just kind of have to let it dry at this point. What are we going to do? Try and, like, clean it out on the inside? How are we going to do that, So, that's what we did. We just kind of let it dry. And, yeah. The thing is, this is not the first time this has happened to me. I never need to, use those. I should never use those again. I should just stick to driving around in my van, never touch those shakers again. Because the first time, it was a can of paint. It was whitish. I think that was like the base color. I think that's like the base of every color or something like that, because then you can't really color it if it's black. But anyway, it was like white, and it had been tinted, and I was told to put it in the shaker. So took the lid, hammered it down, put it in there, closed it, got it shaken. Boom, the lid came off in the shaker, just like this time with the green. I suppose not every. Oh wait, no, I'm talking out of my ears because like I was like, oh, well, the green was obviously not white, but that was a stinking coloring. Anyway, yeah, don't listen to me. But so that time the lid came off because I didn't hammer it down enough. Now I know to hammer it down. But then this, like, I could have sworn, like, how hard do I have to make sure the dang lid is screwed on? That's what I want to know. Anyway, I don't know. But that's how I screwed up today. I hate screwing up. It's never fun. I feel like I screw up all the time at work. Like, if anybody's to make a screw up mistake, it's this guy at work. That's for dang sure. At least that's how it feels. But anyway, that's going to do it for now. I hope I was able to bring some amount of enjoyment to you guys today by telling this story. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.